opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Chicago Bears. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
64,
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And right away, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Ready. 30 base. Ready, go.
On 1st down, Fitzgerald. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. This is Cohen. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
60 outlaw.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, man.
Hey, Haywood.
Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd.
Get it.
On 3rd down, Booth. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 41-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh.
Hey, check. Watch right there. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
Sponge. No. Hit it.
to throw again. Oof. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
You better break. I'm letting you know right now, you better break. He's coming.
Coaching spell.
He's coming, double up. Check. Kill.
Ready?
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's got some space here. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
That's the way.
Now.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown number 15 on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead.
Next to score, Giants 7, Bears 0. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Now the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece.
That ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 34-yard.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now Saquon Barkley. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Jones now throwing on first down. Finds his tight end Ingram. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving him a whole lot of credit and thanking him for that much space to rumble.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
That's how we do this.
2nd down.
These two teams all tied after 1.
With the score tied 7-7.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
I see 47.
Hey! Hey, shoot! Ready?
Now Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
A gain of 14. But it's
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd.
Hey, wahoo! Yo, go!
Let's go.
Hey, lock it!
We got to step it up.
Look, squeeze!
Watch the whip.
Look at me! Go!
Check 2.
Here's Jones, operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. 64 was Matt Prater's record. This would top that by a yard. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So you had to figure that sooner or later someone was going to top Matt Prater's record of 64, and officially this one will go in the record books at 65.
You saw him lining up for this, and you just thought to yourself, you know, he couldn't make this. And sure enough, to be here to see it, that's pretty darn awesome.
On the ready.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
We own them.
2nd and 3. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. And the Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on 3rd.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Yes, yes.
Let's set a tone.
Smooth.
57.
Snap.
From the gun. Booth. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Two-jet bombers. Two-jet bombers. Hey, Delta.
57's the Mike. Watch 57. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. 57.
Big dribble. Big dribble.
They'll try and throw for it here. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
This is Barkley, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
60 Pittsburgh. Hey, Orbit.
Mike, 48.
Look at me. Zipper.
48 Mike. 48 Mike. In your face.
Throwing Jones. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily...
Bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And who's got it? The Giants.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there.
8 read.
Pull it together.
5.
Following the the fumble recovery. Jones to Barkley on the check down. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
So second and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley.
You draw quarter. Ready?
They'll give it to him up the middle, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
2nd and 11. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Brings up 4th down.
They're going to try and throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. On the run, it's Barkley. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Saquon Barkley, as the first half is winding down, and the Giants are able to add on to their lead. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2.
Recon, 132 fighter. Five.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. Operating from the gun. Booth. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
Let's go. Their own 34-yard line.
Come on,
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. Dorian O'Daniel, 3rd-round pick in 2018, made the tackle.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
X3, 218, chopper.
Check 24, check 24. Shoot.
61, matchbox lights.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he's brought down. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Jackson brought him down. 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 3 here in this game and 17 now on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here. Just nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Hey, let's go. Watch the curve. Let's go.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here we go. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey,
Get it.
Throwing on 1st down. Boom. That's caught. It's Malone. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 yards is the pickup there on a 1st down for Chicago. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 36. Looking to throw. Booth. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Topper! Hey, Charlie! Ready?
Off play action. Jones. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hall. Open man there is Malone. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Josh Malone. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears get a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, Now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
Ready?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Ready, ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A first down carry for Barkley. Flashed the stick skills on that run, but then stopped shy of the 35. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Banjo, 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 banjo. 40, go.
Again, it's Barkley. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Get in the weight room. Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic.
Quickstone, travel. Hey, let go.
Big dance. Come. Mike 48, Mike 48. So don't say nothing.
Jones from the gun on third down. And that is incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Matt Nagy has made the decision. They're going to go for it here.
Rush in, rush in.
80 weapon. Hey, exit. Yep.
Come on, D. Hey, alert 48. Alert. Hey, we don't like the 48 right now. Let's go. Bound to lose one. Check 48's the mic. Let's go.
Now Jones throwing on fourth down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
Here we go.
Jones now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
48's mark. 48's mark. On the ball. Under 10. Under 10. 10. Back.
Pilot, 64, weak. Get it.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Now.
Motion. Reset. Hey, alert 48. Alert. Hey, go.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Couple of plays sent him the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
High 7.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. 48's Mike. 48's Mike. I got it.
Hey.
Mike.
Hit it.
Jones now from the gun, he'll throw, and he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good. and that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns. Now it's a 21-point game. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
At their own 29-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on...
Oh, Cohen lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll run on second down with Cohen. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. The Bears on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. A big gain there on 3rd and 2. 33 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Back to throw. Booth. Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
The Bears on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
You draw quarters. Now.
Off the play fake. Booth. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. Johnson, the intended target. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll run it again with Barkley. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. He finds Coleman. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. Jones now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. A quick throw. Here's Shepard. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
3, 218, chopper. Get it.
Here's Jones, operating from the gun. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Now after the play, oh, man, it's Barkley who appears to be shaken up. He's down. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. The Giants on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and goal.
Motion, motion. 48 for Mike. Check right, check right.
61, matchbox lights. Hey, Alpha. Hit it.
From the gun, Jones. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Corey Coleman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. A give to Cohen. He heads right. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Hey, Haywood. Snap.
Off play action. Boom. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Got a man that's caught inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
60 Pittsburgh.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Off the play fake. Boom. He gets it to Thomas. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
And on 3rd and 15, we see the dime look, 6 DBs on the field.
Playing pass all the way.
Look at me, zipper.
Operating from the gun. Boom. He's going to let it fly. And almost intercepted. That would have been his 3rd pick in this game alone. Instead, 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and that will write a finish to this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Giants, they will indeed finish over 500 at 9-7. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better-than-average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they wanted desperately to finish at 500, but that won't happen, as it'll be a 7-9 season in the end. And they can take solace in the fact that this team never quit all the way to the end. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.